Welcome back to another episode of What's This Trinket? I'm Anthony Krolikowski, and today we're going to be talking about Bitty Pops, which my friend Kaiten here knows everything about and I know nothing about. So, Kaiten, when did you first find out about these things?
I want to say it was last summer. I started to kind of fall into the trend of seeing them around here and there. Frequent Walmart shopper, unfortunately. But that was where I first introduced to them, and it was the TMNT pack, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Do you collect trinkets or did you collect Funko Pops before this? How did you go down this pipeline?
Funkos, I first came around to liking them. I think it was in 2018 or 2019. I was getting a tattoo and they had a whole wall just covered in them. And as I was sitting there and you have the pain, it's nice to distract yourself and look at everything that they had. And then that kind of started my infatuation with just collecting. And I've only got 4 big pops, but these mini ones are to die for. Love them on my desk at work.
Now, other than just the size being the biggest difference, what are some other differences between buying these and collecting these compared to the regular ones?
I think it's easier to collect more if they're smaller. So I will frequently go for the biddies now because it's just so much easier to collect them and have multiples of them. And then I usually go after the keychains. They will often stay in the box for me. I don't like taking them out of the box just because they don't have the tendency to stand as well as if they're just in their home.
Mm-hmm. For me, I like to collect a lot of different things, and when I got into trinkets, it quickly becomes overwhelming. It's almost like the stuff owns you. It's hard to find space for them. It's hard to display them properly. Did you have those sort of problems, or did you collect that much and then this was kind of your solution?
My desk at work right now is a nightmare. I have all of these little bitties that are on the desk, and then I also have 4 of the keychain pops. I have 2 giant pops. And then that's just in addition to other little things that are scattered about. I think it's just one of my favorite things to have is small items, and being able to change position of them every once in a while just to kind of refresh and have a new setting is nice.
When it comes to blind boxes, I know some people love blind boxes. They're kind of like gambling, but not gambling.
Oh my God, the biggest adrenaline rush. I love it.
Now, the regular boxes aren't like that, though. So do you find yourself spending more, though, on these little ones compared to, just say if you want, for example, Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you can just buy that $10 to $12 Funko Pop compared to these little blind boxes. Do you find yourself spending way more than you'd like, or are you still okay with just playing the game?
Anthony, you are absolutely correct in the fact that I spend so much money for no reason. I can't tell you the number of splinters and shredders we opened, my boyfriend and I opened to get the full set of the miniature pulls. The mystery bags, they are serotonin boosting, just adrenaline rush when you buy a pack of 4 and you're sitting. We don't even get to home to open them. We're opening them in the car. That's how insane it is. It's so fun to collect the small ones, and I don't know why the mystery aspect just makes it so much more fun. But oh my gosh, I love mystery packs of anything. It goes beyond Funko at that point. Mini brands, I'm a sucker. I'm a full sucker for those.
When you're left with all these splinters and shredders, what do you do with them? Do they become...
You simply disperse them to the children in your neighborhood for us. We are lucky to have a couple of relatives down the block, and we can just kind of pawn them off onto the children of that household at that point, which makes it a lot easier to get rid of things, especially doubles, because I think they even take doubles at that rate. It doesn't matter to them. They're just hey, that's a new thing I can have, and that alone is a great thing.
How do you feel about the boxes? So I know obviously not the blind box packaging, but the actual plastic box that they're in, and it becomes part of it. I know for me with my Funkos, I throw the boxes away because we used to keep them all and stack them up, but it just got so much and it felt like just the wall of Funko was too much. So we went in a mad exodus of getting rid of all the cardboard.
Absolutely. So for me personally, I have a certain gauge among my being that is whether I keep it in the box or I trash the box, because there's certain ones to me that seem higher of value if it ever comes a day that everybody is like scrounging the internet for one. And you know, sometimes people need coin. So we end up doing that. I have to say my Glinda in her nightgown, never coming out of the box. That's just a given. And then I have a couple different Demon Slayer ones, specifically Zenitsu and and I know the tea about Zenitsu. Nobody likes Zenitsu, but I do. And then I also have Lord Tengen, and those are two that will always stay in the box. I'm slowly realizing this is my way of saying that all the current ones I have will maintain their box because they just are that much of value to me. So maybe it is a value thing.
Now, with the bitty ones, they can come out of the box, come out, but the box is the plastic shell. Do you display them within the box? And because it's part of the toy almost.
I prefer to keep them in the box. I also kind of take in the thought of dust around things as well, and it's much easier to clean down the bitty box outer shell than like to try to get into the teeny tiny crevices of the individual inside. But yeah, you can take them out of their little plastic box, and it's kind of insane. I know one of our coworkers who I pawned an extra off to, he keeps his on his desk without the box on. So whenever I walk by his desk, I try to like eyeball where the box is gone, but I still haven't found it.
What is the one bitty pop that you've wanted to get so badly, and you either you pulled it or you spent so much money trying to get it?
So currently that would be Baxter Stockman. He evades me at every chance that there is. I have put, I think like, I want to give it like $15 to maybe $20 into buying extras just to see if I could get Stockman. And it never ends up falling together. It's been a while since I've purchased a TMNT one, so I kind of just gave up the hope on that one.
Are you comfortable sharing how much money you've spent on your bitty pop collection?
Ooh, so that would have to be a collaboration of money from my end and CJ's end, my boyfriend's end. Probably we've put in, it's got to be well into the $50, $60 range. Like, cause
that's not that bad.
But me, it feels bad. For some reason, it sits in my brain like, you spent that much money that you could have spent somewhere else. But it also, again, brings back that moment of just so much fun to open those packs and try to collect them all. I think 50 to 60 would be right, just because I think they run about $2.99.
That to like $5, I've seen max.
Yeah. I would say I hope to see a lot more collections come through this year or in the next, because I personally know that it is something other people, like whenever they see them on my desk at work, everybody's like, oh, those are so cool. And that's the moment where I'm like, okay, well, if they release like a Hello Kitty, or if they release maybe even an Animal Crossing end of things, I would 100% spend another $50, $60 just to collect them all. I just really hope that they do more like gaming end of collections, because it's like, it's just so niche and so nice. I don't know what else to say other than I just hope that they do more.
It's fun to show off your fandom and collect little trinkets. So to add to Caitlin's adrenaline, I did go to the store yesterday and bought 2 of these Avatar: Last Airbender bitty pops. So Caitlin and I are gonna open these bad boys up and hope for the best. Now, there looks like there's about 12
Yeah, I was
on
gonna
the
say,
back.
let me.
Which one are you hoping to get?
Oh. You know, I'd be happy with, oh my god, Appa.
My boyfriend said the same thing. I'm not a big Avatar fan, but he is, and he wanted Appa.
Wow, this gold one though. This gold one, that seems way rare. And I know sometimes they like put rare ones in, but I find that I have a certain amount of luck with being able to pull rare ones quicker than maybe spending as much as I need to try to find them.
Well, we're gonna test that right now.
Just upside down. Tops.
Ooh, Zuko.
2 months of procrastination later, and the Biddy Pop video is done. I didn't think I would procrastinate this long, but I did. But now I'm back and ready to make videos again. I got a couple things coming up. There's some blind boxes on my desk that I still got to open up. And I got another long form video project coming out. This time it is Glens Falls Wing Fest that I got to be a judge on. It ate about 40 some wings. It was a fun time, and I had 2 of my friends help me film it, and now I just gotta edit the whole thing together. But I'm gonna wait on that just a tiny bit and do some shorter form videos to keep the momentum going and get back in the swing of things. I did learn a couple things from this video, just from editing it. One, I need to stabilize my lighting to just one color, preferably white. I have yellow lights, white lights. It's just messes with everything a little bit too much. And also, keeping the camera in autofocus for the interviews wasn't the greatest at a couple points where I had to cover it up because Kaiten was just in and out of focus some points. But I'll be sure to iron out all those problems in the videos to come, so stay with us for the next What's This Trinket?